People are generally pretty good about getting their gear on in a timely fashion, getting on the truck. Sometimes where we have delays is masking up before we make entry. I'm gonna give you a couple tips today on how to make that a little bit easier and do it with our gloves on. The first step of that is making sure that all of our equipment is ready. You can save yourself a few seconds by making sure that you've got stuff adjusted. I always keep the back of my helmet loose so that it fits me with the mask. That way I don't waste time adjusting it after I get my mask on before making entry into the building. Another thing I do with my helmet is I leave about 3 or 4 inches of tail on my chin strap so that I can find it with my gloves, yank it down tight. A lot of guys don't wear their chin straps, but something really should. Next is our mask. I made a couple small modifications to my mask. The first one is the upper straps generally don't change. So what I've done is I've pre-adjusted them and then just taped them up with some electrical tape so that they're pre-sized. Second thing I've done is I put a couple of key rings on my lower straps so that they're easier to find with gloves on. Just makes it a little bit easier. I'll show you pretty much step by step how to do it. So this is pretty much how it would be in the rig, short of having the SCBA on. You'll notice I already got my hood in place, curled back. Also, I've got my storm flap done. A lot of people don't use the storm flap. Just another way for your skin to get exposed in a hot environment. Maybe have embers or whatever drop down in there, so it's a way to do that. The other thing is I leave my radio mic. I wear my strap under my coat, so I leave the mic hanging out. I usually rotate the clip around and clip that to my chest strap on my SCBA. So we'll go through this real slow the first time. I'll show you. We start with our gear on and our gloves. Okay, and this is the way I am in the rig, just before I come off. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put our mask on. And doing this drill, it helps if you do it kind of slow a couple times, just for familiarity. Get yourself used to using the gloves when you do this. We'll put our mask on. Again, find those key rings, pull them back to tighten my mask. Now I'll use my thumbs to find the top of the hood where the elastic is. Pull it over and around, going all the way around the mask. Now I put my helmet on. Find that piece that I left about 3 inches off. Pull it in, and I'm ready to go. So after you've done it a couple times for practice, do it once for time, maybe a few times for time, just to get yourself in the habit of it. This is one of those quick drills that you can do once a shift, once a set. Kind of keeps you in practice. The more you do it, you develop that muscle memory, it becomes second nature. Plus working with your gloves on kind of gives you that feel for what it's really going to be like. So this time, we'll do it for time.